From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Yesterday we were watching the clouds building in, and this morning we are seeing the dividends of that in the form of some rainfall, at times some heavier rainfall in the Blue Mountains, especially in the southern Blues. This is going to be very beneficial when it comes to fire season. Speaking of fire season, you've probably been able to smell the smoke around here over the past couple of days. Most of this mainly coming from the fire that's burning in Klickitat County, but also some fires burning in Central Oregon. So that ensuing haze and smoke in the air. We're not seeing any significant reductions to air quality, but you can definitely smell it out there. 50s and 60s this morning for lower elevations, 40s in the Cascades and 50s in the Blues, so feeling fantastic for lower elevations. Your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations, we will have chances of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. It's going to be about a 40% chance for the basin, about a 60 to 90% chance for the valleys, foothills, and mountains. Bottom line for the forecast, showers and thunderstorms likely for today. A few could linger into Tuesday. The forecast dry for Wednesday and beyond, and the forecast heating up for Wednesday and beyond as well. But we'll time out this with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead, a late night vehicle prowl in Kennewick ends with one man caught and his getaway attempt falling flat. We have the details coming up.
Plus, two of Richland's busiest streets could soon become one-ways. We have why the city wants your opinion before construction starts.
And in Grandview, the debate is getting extra interesting as city leaders want your input as they revisit the rules on backyard birds. Those headlines and more are coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Monday, July 21st. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Enjoy some sunshine.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. And we have more on if we're going to keep that sunshine here this week. Josh will have that later on, but we want to start off this morning by keeping an eye on a large wildfire that's burning in Klickitat County, and this is just east of Bingen.
Yeah, so level 3 evacuation orders are still in place for the communities of Lyle and the surrounding areas as the Burdoin fire continues to grow, now estimated at about burned over 8,700 acres.
Fires in Boardman, Oregon left 5 homes and a food pantry destroyed on Friday, July 18th. Reported at roughly 2:30 in the afternoon on Friday, the fires
Sorry about that, guys. Just some technical difficulties, but several homes have already been lost and Highway 14 remains closed in some parts. Crews are working around the clock with help from aircrafts pulling water from the Columbia River.
Now, officials say strong winds could push this fire north, so if you do have friends or family in the area, be sure that they are following the alerts and the evacuation orders in place. We're keeping a close eye on it.
And we are continuing our fire watch closer to home. Neighbors in Boardman, Oregon were forced to act fast when flames swept through their community on Friday.
RJ Gable arriving as crews were still battling those flames and spoke with first responders about what could have led to the fire. Take a look.
Multiple fires in Boardman, Oregon left 5 homes and a food pantry destroyed on Friday, July 18th. Reported at roughly 2:30 in the afternoon on Friday, the fires along Willow Fork Road were officially announced as fully contained just after 6 p.m. The cause of these fires has not been released yet, but the Boardman Fire Department says they are looking into possibilities for what might have started the flames. One fire was believed to have been started by a lawnmower. Another is being investigated for suspicion of arson. Raymond Akers, an operating engineer for Hodge Western Local 701, was called to the scene to help.
It was mass chaos. I pulled up there. The first guys got led in by Frankie, and they went right to work. Water in houses next to the next ones that were going to burn. Water in the yards and the roofs and everything. There was a lot of people on the roofs with garden hoses, hosing water down.
5 water trucks were sent by Hodge Western Corporation as additional aid to the Boardman Fire Department, each holding roughly 4,000 gallons of water. Several other fire agencies from surrounding areas were also called to the scene and helped put out the fire. The Echo Fire Department sent more than 5 trucks and a crew of 10. The Boardman Chamber of Commerce, the King's Garden Church, and the Sage Center are all currently accepting donations for those affected.
And again, that was Jake Gable reporting on that fire. We're keeping a really close eye on that one and the others as well. All right, now on to a few crime alerts from over the weekend. Police say a late night vehicle prowl in Kennewick ended with one suspect in custody after a failed attempt to flee on a bike. It all happened around 2 a.m. Sunday. Officers were called to the 6600 block of West 15th Avenue. That's where neighbors spotted two men checking car doors. An officer spotted the pair nearby. When they were confronted, 42-year-old Roger Adams tried to pedal away. He didn't get far. He was taken down and arrested after just a short struggle. Adams did have tools, spark plugs, and a warrant for vehicle prowling. He's now facing additional charges, including drug possession and felony fraud. Police are still looking for the second suspect, so they say if anyone has any information or any surveillance video from the area, contact Kennewick Police.
And in Prosser, deputies responded to a disturbance on North Wilgus Road over the weekend. It involved a man armed with a knife who threatened to stab his roommate. Investigators say 29-year-old Santiago Garcia Santos approached the victim outside the home, wielding a knife and moving in aggressively. The roommate managed to get inside and lock the door, while Garcia Santos walked around the house, apparently looking for another way in. Deputies and Prosser police arrived quickly and were able to arrest him without incident. Officials say he was under the influence of meth and also had other warrants out for his arrest. He was taken to the Benton County Jail and now is facing a charge of second-degree domestic violence assault.
506 taking to Richland now this morning, where city leaders want your input on a major roadway project that could change how you move through downtown. It's called the Downtown Loop Project, and it would turn George Washington Way and Jadwin Avenues into pedestrian-friendly one-way streets. The city says a series of public engagement events are in the works, including an open house planned for later this year. And once construction begins, you can expect more chances to weigh in on the traffic changes as well. So for now, officials say they are focused on hearing from people who will be directly affected the most.
We're also creating a focus group comprised of some community stakeholders, including businesses and public safety, some other stakeholders in the community that will inform some of the actions we will take related to communication.
So the design is set to be finalized by the end of the year. Construction set to start in the spring of 2026. 507 now, and the city of Grandview also wants to hear from its residents on a hot topic. Should chickens be allowed in town?
The city launched a survey after hearing from residents that they'd like the city to change their current in-town chicken ordinance. The city administrator says he believes the rise in concern comes with the rise in egg prices and getting access to them at grocery stores. The current code, he says, does not allow for chickens in town, so he brought the concern forward to the council, which led to them putting out a survey.
Because there's some people that absolutely do not, because they don't like the smell of the chickens. They do make a little bit of noise. Of course, no roosters would be allowed. And so we thought we would send a survey out to see what the community thought. And because council really didn't want to make a decision about it, the community really supported it, then they want to go that direction. If the community really predominantly doesn't, then we would just keep the current policy and the code as it currently is.
The administrator says the survey will be up for 30 days. Looking to Pasco now, construction is underway on a brand new aquatic center, and it's promising to make a big splash once it opens.
Yeah, the new facility is being built in the Broadmoor area. It was funded through a 0.2% sales tax measure that voters passed back in 2022. Once
finished, the center will offer year-round indoor aquatic recreation, including 4 lap lanes, a lazy river, an indoor and outdoor hot tub, and water slides that will stand nearly 35 feet tall.
You know, my kids are just asking for a water park the other day.
I was just asking for a water park, but I asked you if we should go to the Richland splash pads.
Are adults allowed to go to splash pads? This outdoor area will also feature a lazy river, drop slide, and a separate activity pool for families and kids.
The Tri-Cities, as we've been growing, has been looking at what kind of regional facilities it needs. So we have a convention center via Kennewick. There's a Reach Museum via Richland. The next on the list have been an aquatics facility and a performing arts facility. So we're fulfilling the aquatics facility part in Pasco and adding that as a regional facility to the Tri-Cities.
Now, Watkins says that the project is moving along on schedule, with the first phase of the new aquatic center expected to be completed by May.
I think I found it.
You found it.
Yeah,
We
once it
found your
opens
new
up,
spot.
yes. I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable going to the Richland splash pads with, all the kids running around, just me over there.
Just
so
hang it out.
Here we go.
I know, but I said you could come with us.
Yes,
Come
okay.
with the kids, and then you look a little more sane.
I was like, I need to borrow someone's kid.
You can borrow mine anytime you want. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, hundreds of thousands of Washingtonians could lose their health insurance. Families, kids, even hospitals caught in the crossfire. We have what Senator Patty Murray says this could mean for Central Washington coming up.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and get 48 months no interest financing. The anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V Hybrid.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano.
Got a birthday coming up, celebrating a big win, or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub and DoorDash. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off all Doctor's Choice Original and Hybrid. Or save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score 48 months no interest plus free shipping. But hurry, the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
You want a body shot? You're gonna make out with a girl 30 yards away from me? Don't interrupt me, please.
Sounds
and I'm not saying you were. What?
Bachelor in Paradise. New tonight on ABC.
This newscast sponsored by Shriners Children Spokane. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. There is a flood watch that's been posted for Chelan County, just technically on the outside of our viewing area, but close enough. This is up towards Blewett Pass and Stevens Pass. This runs from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. as we could get a decent amount of rainfall with the shower and thunderstorm chances, at least for this time of the year. Of course, more on that a little bit later in the show. But first, for today, showers and thunderstorms across the map. It's going to be about a 40% chance in the basin and about a 60 to 90% chance in the valleys, the Cascades, the foothills, and the Blues. In terms of highs, it's going to be very cool for this time of the year, about 15 degrees cooler than normal. A lot of us are going to have a hard time making it to 80 degrees. And then for tonight, at this point, oh, by the way, wind gusts for today, they're going to end up being pretty light. Could be a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley or the Morrow County foothills. Now for tonight, at this point, about 20 to 40% chances of showers and thunderstorms for lower elevations in the Blues, about a 40 to 60% chance up in the Cascades, and overnight low is going to be pretty mild out there, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the mountains. And I did want to touch on the smoke and the haze aspect for today. should be pretty light for the most part, but it could be noticeable enough to smell and to see outside. But in terms of big time reductions in air quality, we're just not expecting that for a region for both today and tomorrow. And hopefully the rainfall helping out with those containment efforts in Klickitat County, because downstream of that could help out with the smoke situation. But I'll time out the shower and thunderstorm chances for today with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 5:15 now, and taking a look at news from across the state. During the next 10 years, about 400,000 people in Washington could be left without health insurance.
This is President Trump's domestic spending bill will cut $1 trillion in American healthcare spending.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz reports on how the cuts could impact your health coverage.
Nearly 2 million people, including 800,000 kids, are enrolled in Apple Health, Washington's Medicaid program. But with the signing of President Trump's big beautiful bill, at least 250,000 Apple Health customers will lose their health insurance.
It makes the largest ever cuts to Medicaid, which we know in Washington state as Apple Health, and which nearly 2 million people, including the majority of kids in 26 of our state's 39 counties, rely on.
Combined with around 150,000 Washingtonians who will now be priced out of the state's healthcare exchange program, around 400,000 residents total will be uninsured due to the bill. These health insurance cuts may mean that Washington hospitals could lose at least $662 million in Medicaid revenue each year, which Senator Patty Murray says could be especially harmful to hospitals in central Washington.
We know there are actually 9 at-risk hospitals right now that they are talking about in central Washington because if they don't have this reimbursement, they can't keep their doors open.
Third Way, a Democratic Party-aligned think tank, estimated the lost revenue for several central Washington hospitals. Federal cuts and revenue losses could force central Washington hospitals, especially rural ones, to lay off staff, raise treatment prices, or even close their doors for good.
I very much worry about central and eastern Washington. When those hospitals close and those residents don't have any access there, then they're going to need to come somewhere for their care. They likely will come over here. We just won't be able to accommodate all the patients, in addition to their not having insurance coverage and the financial impact.
But let's take a look at why supporters of the big beautiful bill say healthcare cuts actually help more than hurt. Supporters say these cuts mean the end of unnecessary treatments or tests, which account for a large portion of healthcare spending, as well as the overpricing of drugs and procedures. Supporters also say cutting the bloated spending will help lower costs for individuals and employers, which means better pricing on insurance premiums and out-of-pocket expenses. The results, though, whether more positive or negative, will come with time. In Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Caleb. Now, Washington is expected to lose between $31 and $51 billion in federal Medicaid funding during the next decade.
It's still unclear exactly when those cuts are going to take effect, but hospitals, especially in rural areas, are already preparing for what could be a pretty significant financial hit.
And we'll, of course, keep you updated. And keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbreth will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's a blue look outside. Blue dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Hey, and there was actually a little bit of rain when I walked out of my house this morning. I thought, plot twist.
I know. I think Josh will be happy about that.
I think so, too. And so will our firefighters. We're, of course, keeping an eye on a number of fires burning around the region as well. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back. It's 5:18.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Wow. New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. For clean, even Mom approves of.
That's new.
Just grab a pad and go. The built-in solution traps dirt and locks it away.
Wow, still white.
The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power.
Still clean.
And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
One day, maybe these were your people. Or these.
but maybe one day you noticed fewer people, which can feel different, but good, because now, older, we decide what our people means, how we spend time, even who they are. Like us, our people are their own people, and our connections keep us active, sharper, and happier. Find ways to connect with people of all ages at findyourpeoplewa.org.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
The 3 Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and time out our shower and thunderstorm chances for the rest of today with Futurecast. So we put this into motion. You can see that main band. It almost looks like an atmospheric river, but it is going to be off of the blues mainly by 8 this morning, but then we will see sort of a resurgence of that around lunchtime, and then especially in the Cascades as we head into the peak of daytime heating. But again, the breakdown of shower and thunderstorm chances for today going to be about 40% in the basin, about 60 to 90% chances for the valleys, for the foothills, and for the mountains. But by the time the sun goes down, most of this should be off the map. But for tomorrow, could have a little resurgence, about 10 to 30% chances across the map. But you can see tomorrow definitely not going to be as active as today will be, but we'll certainly keep a very close eye on things. And you could keep a close eye on things yourself by downloading the First Alert Weather app. You can get it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. And with that interactive radar feature, you could track the showers and thunderstorms, again, yourself. Okay, here are some of the rainfall totals we're expecting over the next couple of days. Between 0.1 to 0.3 inches, mainly up in the Cascades. That might not seem like a lot, but that is actually going to be very beneficial in terms of our vegetation dryness forecast. So here's what it's looking like for today. Critical in the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin, but look what happens as we head into tomorrow. This goes from critical back down to medium. So that's all it takes, 0.1 to 0.3 inches of rainfall, at least for this time of the year. What that ends up doing is it buys us a little bit more time for fire season. And we're going to turn dry, unfortunately, for Wednesday through Sunday. So that means that vegetation dryness is set to go back up, especially with the heat building back up. We're going to be back to more seasonal stuff come time for Wednesday. It looks like we'll hold serve, if not end up a little bit above average for Wednesday and beyond. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Nearly a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms today, maybe 1 or 2 left over tomorrow, then drier and hotter Wednesday and beyond. For Yakima, an active and cooler start to this week, but dry with low to mid-90s for Wednesday through Sunday. In Ellensburg, showers and storms likely today, less so tomorrow, then watching the winds pick up by the end of this week. In Hermiston, active and cooler than normal over the next couple days, then hotter and drier Wednesday and beyond. Finally, for Walla Walla, mid-70s with showers and storms likely today, low 80s, a much drier Tuesday, then hotter and drier overall Wednesday through Sunday.
All right, thanks so much. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we have your entertainment headlines. Tyler, the Creator fans, mark your calendars. His new album drops Monday, and it's not your typical release day. Plus, a year out and already selling out. Christopher Nolan's next film just making box office history before even hitting the screens. And we have those headlines and much more coming up after the break.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, and Nissan Rogue.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Award-winning singer-songwriter Scotty McCreery, live in concert.
Drinking cab and a solo in the cab.
Friday, August 15th, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel. One of country's hottest stars, Scotty McCreery. On sale at Legends Gift Shop and Ticketmaster.com. New album, Rise and Fall. Available now. Scotty McCreery Live.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
Who says you have to wait for snow to get the best piano deals of the year? Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos is unwrapping Christmas savings in July. Free delivery and setup, and a holiday songbook so you can practice Jingle Bells by the pool. Save on select uprights, grands, and digital pianos. And if you wear a Santa hat, we'll reward you with an extra discount. Christmas in July at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, where music is always in season.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abeda Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abeda Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abeda Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen.
Compensation should too.
Abeda Nelson, we take your injury personally.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, and Nissan Rogue.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
An awesome canyon so close to home on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, Dolly Parton's Dollywood has been cited. So the state fined parent company Hershen Family Entertainment $6,400 after an employee was hurt while working on a ride.
Tennessee's Occupational Safety and Health Administration is investigating the March incident. It happened on the 10th, and according to the report, a worker was injured while adjusting a belt on the Smoky Mountain River Rampage.
The employee was flown to the hospital. Tosha's report says the ride had pulleys that were not guarded as required. As of late Friday, the company has not responded publicly.
And in more entertainment news, fans of rapper Tyler, the Creator, will have to adjust their calendars. The singer is about to release his next album.
It's going to drop today.
Okay, so no adjustment there.
In the past, Tyler has always released his music on a Friday.
Although his last album also skipped a Friday release date, the 34-year-old performed Friday night at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
He shouted out the title of his new album to the audience. It will be called Don't Tap the Glass.
Tyler later confirmed the news on social media, and this will be his 9th studio album.
All the fish in the aquarium came up with that title. There's my silly joke for
There
it is. All right, more entertainment news. Christopher Nolan's upcoming movie is breaking the box office a year in advance.
Exhibition sources say within 1 hour, they sold about 95% of the tickets for next July's The Odyssey.
I heard about this.
In IMAX in the 70mm film. So officials say this is the first time that a commercial feature is being shot on IMAX cameras, and the first time movie tickets have gone on sale this early.
The star-studded production includes Matt Damon as Odysseus, with other roles going to Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, and Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Charlize Theron.
That is an all-star
Most
cast.
people actually do know who Charlize Theron is.
I'm sorry, that's my bad.
That is quite the cast. So
I was
can
going to say,
see, yeah.
a star-studded lineup.
I did not know that all of them were in there, so Got to get my ticket.
Now we got to get our tickets.
Yeah, before it gets sold out again.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, City Council for Sunnyside meeting again, but frustration continues to rise as the investigation into the city manager drags on.
And Pasco teens just boarded a plane to Japan, but this trip is about more than just sightseeing. Coming up, more on this 40-year tradition that's still changing lives. It's all in your next half hour, but first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, an alert about a cyber attack at Microsoft. The company says hackers are targeting its SharePoint servers used by government agencies and businesses, gaining access through a previously unknown vulnerability. Microsoft is urging customers to immediately install newly issued security updates. Next, another camera on the upcoming iPad Pro. Bloomberg reports the new model will have a second front-facing camera, making it easier to take selfies in both portrait and landscape mode. The new model is expected to debut later this year. Finally, an experimental AI model from the makers of ChatGPT took home a gold medal at a prestigious math competition. The model from OpenAI completed advanced algebra and calculus problems in the International Math Olympiad exam. Some experts had predicted it would take until 2027 for AI to solve such complex equations. Now, I like algebra, can do a little bit of calculus, but geometry, that's where I draw the line. Those are your Tech Bites.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with a boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting for up to 60 days. That's a lot of inviting. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
Greatness hurts. And so can being a fan. That's why we're there with fast, effective pain relief. That's Tylenol. That's care without limits.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods dissolve completely and have Dawn, breaking down up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, what's that jackpot at now? I know we were going a little strong and then we took a little turn.
We've taken a couple dips, but it's back up to $50 now. So yesterday, not yesterday, but Friday, went with forecast high 97 in Pasco. Tri-Cities are verified at 98. The jackpot's up to $50. So for today, going with a much cooler forecast high of 80. So if it verifies between 77 to 83, the jackpot's going to go up to 75. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, now what's on your screen is First Alert Radar. We continue to track this band of heavier rainfall in the Blues, the heaviest rainfall being there specifically in the southern Blues. Okay, also tracking a little bit of smoke this morning, most of it being downstream of either the fire burning in Klickitat County or the fire that's burning in Central Oregon. Right now, temperatures in the 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s up in the Cascades and 50s in the Blues, so feeling pretty comfortable out there. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. We're going to have these little chances of showers and thunderstorms all throughout the day. It's not going to rain for the entirety of the day, but we will have the potential throughout the day, if that makes sense. So for today, high temperature is going to be about 15 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. So a lot of us for lower elevations going to struggle to even make it to 80 degrees. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 5:33, and we start this half hour of news with some new information out of Sunnyside this morning.
The city is continuing their investigation on city manager Mike Gonzalez, who's been on paid leave for almost 2 months. City council called for a special meeting on Friday, hoping to have more on the investigation, but due to prearranged vacation, the mayor said they're still not where they'd like to be with that investigation.
The special meeting did not go as they had hoped for, as they ruled not to take any action. Now, the council already extended the deadline once, within the first investigation, first extending the deadline to July 31st. Now officials say it may take more time.
I'm beginning to think it might take a little bit more time. We tried to push them a little bit forward to get it done sooner, but there's a possibility it'll take into August.
The mayor of Sunnyside says the council is equally frustrated as some people might be.
He says that they would like to know answers themselves as council pertaining to the investigation. 5:34, talking sports this morning. In your headlines, the Seattle Kraken announcing their regular season schedule for the 25-26 season, starting at home in Seattle on October 9th against the Anaheim Ducks. This year, the Kraken are introducing new ticket packages for fans who have to travel to Seattle for games. These 6-game ticket packages save fans 25% compared to purchasing single-game tickets. Single-game tickets go on sale July 25th, but the packages are already up for grabs.
We want Kraken tickets to be more affordable. We want them to be more accessible, and that is a main pillar of our organization is accessibility. So we listen to our fans. We talk to our season ticket holders. We talk to folks who come from all over the place to come to Kraken games, and we came up with some exciting new 6-game ticket plans. And one I think specifically that I'm excited about is the weekend plan.
So other options besides the weekend package include the home opener 6-game pack, which of course includes tickets to the first home opener, as well as tickets for when Seattle takes on the defending Stanley Cup champs, the Florida Panthers.
Turning to education news now, if you've ever traveled abroad, you know how powerful a cross-cultural experience can be.
Yeah, and that's so true for a group of local high school students as they embark on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has their story.
At the Tri-Cities Airport, it was all smiles and excitement as students and teachers from Chiawana High School say goodbye to their friends and begin their own journey to Japan.
The opportunity to be immersed in the culture is a lot different to be able to hear one word at a time or one tradition at a time, but the opportunity to be able to absorb as much as we possibly be able to.
It's part of a 40-year sister city exchange between Pasco and Yokohama, Japan each summer. Students travel across the world to form friendships that often last a lifetime and leave a lasting mark on both communities.
This has had a lot of impact on especially the Pasco community, the students and the families who have hosted. And for example, these students, many of them have hosted, and now they get to do the exchange program in Japan and have the opportunity of being hosted by Japanese families for 2 weeks.
For these students, it's more than just a visit. It's a chance to see the Japanese culture up close, and for many of them, this is their first time out of the United States. Burke says the group will spend 2 weeks traveling through Japan, experiencing local culture, cuisine, and traditions. With every exchange, barriers break down and understanding grows. One smile, one meal, one moment at a time.
It'll be a very unforgettable experience for them.
And even as their flight takes off, the connections they've made remain firmly grounded. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. And the students will be in Japan for the next 2 weeks.
It's a journey they've been preparing for, and one, of course, they will not forget.
Of course. All right, keep it here, because coming up next, they may look clean, but your brand new clothes could be hiding something you don't want against your skin. We have what exactly could be lurking in your clothes and also how to wash them the right way without ruining them.
But first, I want to give you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. It is 5:38. When we come back, we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth on your First Alert forecast as we make our way into the week.
Get 2.9% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
This is Apple Valley Eats.
Ready to shake up your dining experience? Legends Casino Hotel has something for every taste. At Lucky Shots Coffee Bar, it's more than just coffee. Frothy lattes, bold espressos, hearty sandwiches, desserts, and more. Lucky Shots has a winning hand of flavors any time of the day. Join us for our full-service menu, or dive into our legendary buffet options, including our salad bar and a variety of desserts that will have you coming back for seconds. Explore the newly updated food court with so many choices to satisfy your craving. At Fortune's, savor a customized crab boil fit for a king, queen, or joker with all the extras. Try the crab boil with one of our specialty sauces, big enough to share, but don't be slow with your fork. This is good eating. Burger lovers, head to Legendary Burgers, try the Mount Adams, or go classic with fries and a Huckleberry shake. Craving pizza, pasta, and more? Creations has you covered. After that custom-made pizza pie, don't forget dessert. You just gotta try our house-made cannoli. For authentic Mexican-style cooking, Madre's Mexican Kitchen is a must. With fresh homemade tortillas and savory sauces, you will not be disappointed. Try our enchiladas, street tacos, or something new to you. Madre's is sure to bring it home. Whether you're here to dine or unwind, Legends Casino Hotel has a world of exciting flavors waiting for you. Bring your appetite, your friends and family, and let the culinary journey begin.
Millionaire is back.
Can we keep the money ourselves?
And this season, it's personal.
Do we love Matt Damon or what?
I'm coming on Jeopardy with someone you hate.
An all-new season of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire starts Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
GMA this morning.
I feel like I'm lucky I'm still here.
Loved by millions, Super Nanny Jo Frost opens up about her life-threatening condition this morning on Good Morning America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
The Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. But again, light haze out there this morning. We're not seeing any big time reductions to air quality. A few splotches of moderate on the map, but we're not seeing anything that's unhealthy for sensitive groups or worse than that. Here's your umbrella cast for today throughout the Tri-Cities, and you can see just little shower and thunderstorm chances throughout the course of the day. It's not going to be a washout for today, but we will have those little chances throughout the day. Okay, here's your zone-by-zone forecast for today. We're going to start off in Kittitas County. Could be a little bit breezy today in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour, but elsewhere the winds are going to end up being pretty light for today. Cool across the map for today, as we'll end up being about 15 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, so around 80 in the Yakima Valley. In the lower Columbia Basin will also be around 80. Light winds here and pretty light winds for the foothills, except for in Morrow County. Some of those breezes around 20 miles per hour. 70s up and down the foothills and 60s and 70s in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. About 40% chances of showers and thunderstorms today in the basin, and about 60 to 90% chances in the valleys, the foothills, and the mountains. And I'll time that out with Futurecast. I'll show you how much rainfall we're expecting from this ordeal. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Talking consumer news now. When you buy new clothes, chances are that you're excited to wear them right away.
Of course. But before you slip on that new shirt or that cozy sweater, or even dress your baby in that outfit fresh off the rack, you might want to wash them first.
This morning, Consumer Reports is explaining just why it matters and also how you can do so without damaging your new finds.
Usually I take the clothes and I wash it first.
Anything that is coming from the store, I would like to make it clean.
And that's the right move. New clothes might look clean, but you should be washing them before putting them on. Consumer Reports home and trends writer Johaida Rodriguez says you should be washing all new clothing purchases, including your delicates like underwear.
It might seem unnecessary to wash all the new clothes you buy, but there are really good reasons to do it.
For example, chemicals from the manufacturing and finishing process can still be on the fabric, and for someone with sensitive skin, that can cause irritation.
That's especially true for babies. Their skin is thinner and more absorbent than adults, which means they're more vulnerable to harsh chemicals left behind in new clothes.
So you're not just wearing a new outfit, you're wearing everything it picked up along the way.
A lot of the clothes we buy are made overseas and pass through a long supply chain. Once they arrive at the store, they're handled, unpacked, and tried on. Along the way, they can pick up dust, dirt, and even bugs. So how do you wash new clothes the right way? Consumer Reports laundry expert Richard Handel has some tips.
Wash clothes with similar colors together. Some brightly colored garments can bleed or fade during the first wash. Washing in cold or cool water and the gentle cycle can minimize that and also reduce the risk of shrinking.
Consumer Reports also recommends using a gentle detergent, especially for people with sensitive skin. 2 Consumer Reports top tested picks: Persil Everyday Clean, Free, and Sensitive, and Costco's Kirkland Signature Ultra Clean, Free, and Clear. And don't forget to check the carry label. Following those instructions will help keep your clothes looking new longer. This is Jaima Crespo.
And Consumer Reports also recommends skipping fabric softener. Not only can it irritate sensitive skin, but it can also leave residue in your washer and encourage mold growth.
Ew.
I know.
I don't like that. They also say extended use over time can make bedding and clothing more flammable.
Things to think about.
Well, I know.
Things I haven't done yet.
Definitely some things, that she mentioned. It's like, oh, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. But then washing them when they're
a couple other things.
It's like it looks very new. I don't know.
Thought about that. Yeah. Yeah. I think for the baby thing, that's what I was saying.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. When you get new clothes for your baby and they're so tiny and fresh,
you're a little more careful. But with ourselves, it's like,
yeah. The skin, it's seen some things.
Right, yeah. So, well, things to think about.
Yeah. All right, 5:46. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know to get out the door this morning. And, of course, giving you a live look outside at 5:46 on this Monday. Josh will be back with your full First Alert forecast after the break.
Hi, I'm Debbie Robertson. I'm just putting on the sales tags for the Nissan Summer Sales Event going on right now at Bill Robertson Nissan. We brought in extra inventory just for this event.
Drive a new Nissan Rogue, 0% financing for 60 months and sale priced at $31,999. Or step up to a 2025 Pathfinder, 0% for 60 months starting at just $36,950. Get into a brand new Murano, 0% for 60 months starting at $41,999.
So come see us today at Bill and Debbie Robertson Nissan.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Hi, I'm Christine Connolly, local realtor with As You Wish Real Estate Team. I offer negotiable commission, 100% free staging, and top-notch marketing. I'm a proud sponsor of Operation Best Friend. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression. As you wish.
Win and save with Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart. Win great prizes this week from Crystal Geyser, Hamilton Beach, Best Way, and more. Plus save with special Tuesday-only pricing. Win and save on Lucky Number Tuesday only at Bi-Mart.
Did you know Fred's Appliance has been family-owned locally since 1962? Come check out what's in stock and on sale. Score big on all GE appliances from your favorite brands like GE Cafe and GE Profile. Fred's is offering exclusive deals on all GE fridges, ranges, dishwashers, and so much more. Get up to a $3,000 rebate on Cafe packages. We still have the largest selection of in-stock Get It Today inventory in the region, making us your smartest and most convenient choice.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ZiplyFiber.com.
Stacy Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and time out our rain and thunderstorm chances with Futurecast radar. We put this into motion, and around lunchtime you can see this is when we'll get another little resurgence of some showers and thunderstorms in the blues. Also around that time, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., that's when we could start to see some of this firing up in the valleys and the Cascades. My breakdown of shower chances today, shower and thunderstorm chances, would be about 40% for the basin, about 60 to 90% for the valleys, for the Cascades, for the foothills, and for the blues. Once the sun goes down, most of this is going to be off the map, but for tomorrow we could see a little resurgence in some shower thunderstorm chances. Those chances are going to be about 20 to 40% for lower elevations in the blues, about 40 to 60% in the Cascades. So we'll have some of that on the map throughout the course of the day. And just like with today, once the sun goes down, most of that should be off the map. You can track these shower and thunderstorm chances yourself with the First Alert Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. And you can track all the action on the radar with the interactive radar feature. Okay, here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting over the next couple of days. 0.1 to 0.3 inches for both of our mountain ranges. That is going to be very beneficial stuff. It doesn't sound like a lot at face value, but just for a little bit of a point of reference, okay? Here's today's vegetation dryness forecast. You see a lot of oranges, a lot of reds on the map. We don't like to see that. We do like to see this. This is what it's going to look like by tomorrow. Greens and yellows. We do like to see that around this time of the year, just limited to medium levels of vegetation dryness. Unfortunately, I think that's just going to be a little bit of a short-term assistance as, well, the rainfall dries up for Wednesday and beyond, and the high temperatures go back up, well below average for the next couple days, but seasonal, if not a little bit above average for Wednesday through Sunday. So the vegetation going to get pretty dry again, and the fire danger is poised to go back up once again as well. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Nearly a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms today, maybe 1 or 2 left over tomorrow, then drier and hotter Wednesday and beyond. In Yakima, an active and cooler start to this week, but dry with low to mid-90s for Wednesday through Sunday. In Ellensburg, showers and storms likely today, less so tomorrow, then watching the winds pick up by the end of this week. In Hermiston, active and cooler than normal over the next couple of days, then hotter and drier Wednesday and beyond. Finally, for Walla Walla, mid-70s with showers and thunderstorms likely today, low 80s and much drier Tuesday, then hotter and drier overall Wednesday through Sunday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:52. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
Now we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Over the weekend, Kennewick police arrested 42-year-old Roger Adams after he was caught checking car doors and then tried to get away on a bicycle. Officers say he was carrying tools, spark plugs, and had a warrant for vehicle prowl. And now he is facing additional charges. Police are still searching for a second suspect.
And in Prosser, deputies were called to a report of a man threatening his roommate with a knife while he was high on meth. The victim was able to lock himself inside while the suspect tried to find a way in. The man had multiple other active warrants. He was arrested and booked on domestic violence assault.
And multiple fires tore through Boardman, Oregon on Friday, destroying 5 homes and a local food pantry. Crews responded about 2:30 in the afternoon. It took several departments and water trucks hours to bring those flames under control. While the cause of the fires hasn't been confirmed, officials are investigating one as possible arson, and they say a lawnmower may have started the other.
And the city of Richland is asking for community feedback on the Downtown Loop project. It's an upcoming redesign that would turn George Washington Way and Jadwin Avenue into one-way streets, and it aims to improve pedestrian safety. The city plans to hold an open house later this year and have more public engagement events once construction begins.
And in Pasco, students from Chiawana High School boarded a flight at Tri-Cities Airport heading to Japan for a 2-week cultural exchange. The trip is a part of a decades-long sister city program between Pasco and Yokohama, and this gives students a chance to immerse themselves into a new culture and build lasting international friendships.
In your national headlines this morning, it's a big day in the months-long battle between Harvard University and the Trump administration. A federal judge is hearing arguments for 2 related lawsuits. They challenge the government's freezing of billions of dollars in funding for Harvard. President Trump arguing the school's DEI efforts are discriminatory, and the second lawsuit is from a faculty group and makes similar arguments.
5:54 in your business headlines. Raging wildfires and severe storms in the U.S. are driving up global insurance losses. Those losses have totaled an estimated $84 billion for the first 6 months of the year. Wildfires that raged across Southern California in January accounted for about $40 billion of the total. Meanwhile, severe storms that created damaging tornadoes, winds, and hail, many of those in the Midwest and the South, accounted for at least $33 billion in losses. And insurance losses are expected to surpass $100 billion for the entire year.
In your health news this morning, new research shines a light on why many Americans are frustrated with health insurers. Denials for prescription drugs by private insurance companies shot up 25% between 2016 and 2023. The findings compiled for the New York Times do not say what happened after denials, but insurance industry officials said some prescriptions were eventually approved. Some experts say AI may have contributed to claim denials.
And time to talk some sports at 5:55. Former NFL star Shannon Sharpe has settled a sexual assault and battery lawsuit with an anonymous woman. A lawyer for the woman announced the settlement over the weekend. He says both sides acknowledged a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. Now the issue has been addressed.
And taking a look at what's trending now, a man from Massachusetts is living proof that luck was shining down on him.
All right, take a listen. Paul Cochran lives in Fitchburg in the north central part of the state. Well, he stopped by one store and bought a multi-draw ticket for the Powerball drawing that happened on July 9th, but he thought something was wrong with the ticket.
So he decided he would buy a second ticket at a store about 10 minutes away. Turns out both tickets matched 5 of the winning numbers, but not the Powerball.
So each winning ticket paid out $1 million, so he's now $2 million richer. And Cochran says he's not sure how he will spend his winnings. I have an idea. You give some over here to this crew.
Yeah,
right here.
Spread the love, my friend.
You know what? Oh, that's painful.
I mean, the odds of that have to just be.
I know.
One in
I'm just looking up right now, and I'm just like, okay, I see what you're doing for the people, Lord. Come on, give me some blessings.
But now you know what's possible.
I know, but maybe, he hit the quota for, life.
Yeah, bop around to a couple different spots.
Oh.
See if you're feeling lucky.
You know what?
Start small. Start with scratch-offs. Work your way up.
I lose. It's okay.
I know.
It's okay.
I never
At least he's
win stuff
winning,
like that.
It's fine.
It's fine. Someone can win. Are you a big lotto, Powerball? Do you do any of that?
No, I dabbled in the sports gambling for a while. I had to put a lid on that.
If I'm at a convenience store or a gas station, I'll look at it and I'll buy a couple, but they never
comes to fruition.
No, I know.
Maybe things will.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna look at the bright side.
Right.
My luck could be changing.
I mean, Saturn's drinking Gatorade.
Oh yeah,
and
in Gatorade,
the stars
Mercury, something like that, right?
Lined
Josh?
up somewhere, right? The moon still spinning.
Mercury's in Gatorade.
There's a few retrogrades happening right now. I think Mercury is one of them.
Yeah, so we'll turn my luck around.
It's fine, yeah, you'll be fine. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, we're going to take an in-depth look with our very own William Albert on the construction in the making. A new aquatic center popping up in Pasco.
I need one of those. Also, a piece of Mars just sold for millions.
Space.
Scientists say this space rock could do more than just sit on a shelf. Okay. I wonder what it is. We'll find out. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, we're tracking. You can see haze out there this morning, but above that, clouds and legitimate rain chances. So I'll tell you who could see the most legitimate chances coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.